The Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm, serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Hi everyone, Lieber King, the host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast, owner of Louisiana Football Magazine since '97. We've got Winfield High School for this show in North Louisiana. I'm going to tell you, they got some history. Jeffrey Dale went to LSU. Tommy Campbell, the late Tommy Campbell, was a center at LSU. They've had so many A-Train. Anthony Thomas was a Heisman candidate at the University of Michigan, running back, 6'2", 230 in his heyday. Had several linemen, several linebackers, tight ends, running backs. Winfield's had a lot of history. We're going to have the head coach join us, Jay Watson, who does a really good job with the program at Winfield. And he has one of his linemen with him, a senior offensive lineman that you're going to meet later in the show. But we'll be right back with Jay Watson, the head coach for Winfield High School.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back, Lieber King, your host. We're going to talk about Winfield High School head coach Jay Watson. I'm going to go ahead and introduce him. Jay, thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Talk to you on the phone a lot for the Louisiana Football Magazine every year. Interviewed you about a month ago.
Right.
Excited. We'll talk about the team later. A lot of young linemen, a lot of young players, some small senior class. Got a senior lineman with us today, but a little history of Winfield that I know, just being a South Louisiana guy. We mentioned Jeffrey Dale, Tommy Campbell, Justin Durbin that played some college ball, Ricky Chapman that was a two-time All-SEC linebacker at LSU.
Absolutely.
And anybody else we can think of? I think I'm missing a guy that played in the NFL. That was a tight end, I believe, that went to Winfield, right?
In the previous 10 years, you had Alonzo Moore. They call him Boogie. Played at Nebraska. DJ Chark, I know Ash claims him, but he started at Winfield.
Y'all raised him, yeah. So there's a few guys that come out. Alonzo was 6'3" and was a top receiver in Louisiana, and DJ was a top receiver in Louisiana. So not bad, Coach. And then every year, you know, we talk about this on the phone with a lot of coaches. Sometimes you have a roster of 60 guys. Sometimes you got 25.
Right.
And you've had to go through that 25, and right now you're starting to get some young guys, you told me.
Yeah, our young class is developing. We have around 65 kids on the roster for a AA program right now, so it's on one of the upswings.
And you've seen the lean times.
Absolutely.
You've seen the injuries, like two of your top 25 not even playing their senior year. That's tough.
Right. That is very tough at a small school. Injuries always play a part.
What do you think of the district, Coach, in your opinion as a coach, with other coaches watching this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think of some of the teams in the district, and how do you feel about the district?
Well, this year we lost two teams. We lost Lakeview and Jonesboro Hodge out of the district. We gained Lakeside. Our district in football in North Louisiana, AA, is a solid district. The four-time state finalist, and you're talking about Manny.
Oh yeah,
they're still there.
And lost many games.
Yeah. Someone asked me just the other day, said, "Well, what about Manny? They've lost a lot." I said, "Until you beat them, they hadn't lost anything."
Right.
So
that train keeps rolling.
That's exactly right. So we have Mansfield in the district,
who's improved,
and they're always on that borderline between AA and AAA.
Right.
Just very good program, and they do a good job. So.
And then non-district, talk about some of your non-district games this year, Coach, because that's not easy either.
No, I may have scheduled myself out of a job. We open up with Jonesboro Hodge. Been playing that game since the Big War.
Old district team.
Yeah. If we're not in the same district, we play week 1. If we're in the same district, we play week 10. We have Caldwell at home,
which is
a solid program, AAA. And then week 3, 4, and 5, we hit West Washita, Gina, and Bunkie. So
3 really hot teams right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. You did.
I may have.
You just got to stumble and win one, right? You just got to.
If we can compete with those teams and have good competitive football games, you know, luck of the bounce. You know, see how it ends up. If we don't get anybody hurt, it's going to make us better for later in the year.
I want to make sure we cover this kid because he couldn't come today. He was out of town. But your Lewis kid, that's a senior. You're very high on him.
Damascus Lewis, he does a lot for us. Played quarterback last year. Plays safety for us. 6'1", 180. He does a lot for us.
He plays everywhere. Huh?
Yeah. He's an athlete.
He's an underrated prospect.
I believe he is. He can play somewhere.
Anybody else that's not here today? We've got one of your senior linemen that we're going to mention, but anybody else that you want to mention that's not here today?
Well, Jalen Jackson is one of our running backs and slash receivers. We run more of a flex bone, so some of those wing backs will split out wide. Yeah. He's an integral part to our offense. Jalen's 6 foot, I would say 185, 190. He ran the ball hard for us last year. We're looking for big things for him this year.
And y'all been very fortunate to have good running backs, huh, Coach, in the program, even when you're lean on players.
Yeah, there's usually 1 or 2 good running backs that come through Winfield, and right now we have a couple. So
that one Robinson kid signed with LSU years ago. Remember Robinson?
I coached him when I was there the first time. Antonio Robinson.
Yeah.
He was special. Signed with LSU as a running back. Ended up moving to strong safety, and I don't know what happened, but transferred to Northwestern State, and
they were just stacked at running back.
Oh, he was a player.
Because that's during the time Michael Ford was 4th team.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was kind of hard to.
Oh, absolutely.
So he goes to Northwestern State and plays there, and you coached him. You excited about that young O-line that you have? I know on the phone you were really excited about these guys.
See, you say too much stuff about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right,
you ain't got to name them.
Let me say this. I think the future's bright for our young offensive line.
Yeah.
Got some size again. So we're hoping that those guys progress.
And then the kid today that we're going to introduce, what are your thoughts on the kid that we're going to talk to?
He's our leader on the offensive line, Payton Glenn, our senior center. He's the only senior we have on the offensive front. 2-year starter for us. I coached his dad. That's how old
you got to go
getting.
Look at your birth date after
Absolutely,
that. Okay.
Yeah. So his dad played center for us 28 years ago at Winfield.
Wow.
So, in fact, he graduated with some of the guys you named, Freddie King.
Yeah, Freddie was good.
Yeah, Freddie and Peyton's dad were classmates.
I'm going to ask him if his dad blocked for A-Train Thomas. Do you think he did?
He did not. They missed him by 2 years.
2 years, okay. Yeah, Coach, I appreciate you being here, and I wanted to promote Winfield. And, you know, for people in South Louisiana, a lot of them don't know the history of Winfield unless you're an LSU fan where Ricky Chapman went or, you know, all these guys went. But, you know, a lot of history with Tech and LSU.
Absolutely. There's a lot of players from Winfield that you know, have gone on to play college ball.
Jay, appreciate you, man.
All righty.
Jay Watson, the head coach at Winfield. Tough district, young team. We'll see what happens. It ain't going to be because of lack of hard work. You know, they work hard, and we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing them play this coming season. And when we come back, we're going to introduce the player that he brought, the senior O-lineman, the leader. We'll be back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm. Serious attorneys, serious injuries.
Welcome back. You were able to meet Jay Watson, the head coach of Winfield High School. I'm your host, Lee Burkeen. We've got a lineman that Coach thinks a lot of. He's a senior. He's a leader. He's a center. You know, center's always the leader of the O-line usually in high school, college, and even the pros. His name is Payton James Glenn. Payton, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me.
All your other teammates are out of town right now, huh? And you get all the exposure today. What you think? First interview, right?
I don't know. I'm excited to represent Winfield.
6 foot, 265 in weight, senior. Do you want to play college ball one day?
I hope so. I'd really like to.
Now, I didn't know this till today, but your dad's a Winfield graduate.
Yes, sir, he is.
He's helping coach the team.
Yes, sir.
How good was he in his day? Does he ever tell you?
Yeah, he told me he was the best center to ever come through Winfield, and that he was getting looked in by Nebraska to go to college. I don't know how true that is.
Tell everybody your dad's name.
My dad is Brian James Glenn.
What years was that? It was about 28 years ago, Coach said, I think.
Something like that. I don't remember when he graduated.
You need to watch some of your dad's film. Is there any film left? You think Coach might have some old film? You don't want to watch it. Payton, what do you need to work on for college, you think, as a blocker? Are you are you a mauler? Are you a pancake guy? Are you a pull guy? Are you pull? What's your strength? Are you strong?
My strength is staying on a block.
Okay.
And sometimes getting to the next level.
That's good. What do you like most about football?
Definitely winning games. That's probably my favorite part about playing football.
What do you like most about playing offensive line? Because that's a tough spot. I mean, y'all are always butting heads with the D linemen.
Definitely moving someone that doesn't want to be moved.
Finding a way to move him, huh? You excited about your senior year?
I am. I think we're going to have a really good year this year.
You're a young O-lineman on the O-line. Are you teaching these guys, being the older guy?
Yes, sir, I am.
Are they learning a lot from you?
I hope so. I mean, all the other kids, I've played their positions too. I started off as a guard, and then went to tackle, and then went back to guard.
You've done it all.
Yeah.
So you can play any spot on O-line. Even tight end to block probably, huh, if you had to play tight end.
I'd love to. I'd love to play tight end.
You'd love to play tight end. Coach is like, wait a minute, that'd be a 265-pound fullback. But anybody you want to thank where you are today, and anybody you want to thank where you are?
I'd like to thank all my coaches to get me to the point that I am today. I'd like to thank my family for keeping me going through football even when I didn't want to, and all my teammates for being there.
Well, Payton, James, Glenn, good luck to you. Hope y'all have a good year, and I know that y'all are working hard. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Good luck to you this year as a senior. You got to watch number 66 at center for Winfield. If you can't find a roster at the game, you'll know it's Payton, James, Glenn. I want to thank Coach Jay Watson for bringing Payton and to promote Winfield High School. Have great history, and these guys are working hard. Look forward to seeing them in the fall, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.